Welcome Slashers, I'm Crypt here, and welcome to Forgotten Horror, the series where I cover forgotten pieces of art and highly underrated horror media. For today's video, I'll be covering a little movie by the name of Headless, released in February 28th of 2015 and put out by Forbidden Films. Headless was directed by special effects artist Arthur Colfer. Headless has correlation to the award-winning movie Found, which crazy enough is not only apparently based on a book, but Headless is meant to be the feature-length version of the movie within the movie the main character watches in Found, now adapted into its own film. Whereas Found was directed and partially written by Scott Skirmer, the other writer of Found, Todd Rigney, also the one who wrote the Found novel, is one of two writers for Headless, along with Nathan Erdell. Leave a like and let me know if you guys want me to cover the movie Found next. Not a whole lot is known about Headless, unfortunately. It's a very obscure movie, which is why it's on this series. But I will add something interesting. The idea for a feature-length Headless came from audience demand due to curiosity viewers had when Found premiered. They did a Kickstarter campaign as well to help fund Headless, and it made $20,211, and the original goal was $15,000. Editor Romeo here. So I was just gathering up some images and footage for Headless that I could use in this video, and I stumbled across something quite interesting. So that Kickstarter I just mentioned, there's a perk where if you donate, you can actually get a thank you message from the killer himself, and I actually ended up finding some of these by accident, and there's a bunch of them. They're pretty cool. I'll show a couple right now.
Big gore from cough and syrup. You're gonna love what I do to these heads. And it's thanks to you, buddy. Timothy John Bowen, thank you for allowing us to make this fucked up film. I'm personally saving this head for you. So, plot digger is it? I may need to use your assistance sometime. In the meantime, thank you for helping me do dirty, dirty things.
Headless was made to be an extremely depraved film. Just how depraved? Well, let's get into that. Without faces, we are free, unearthed, uncensored, unleashed. Most shocking film you've never seen. Could this be more depraved than Terrifier? Headless is a lost slasher from 1978, where a masked killer wages an unrelenting spree of murder, cannibalism, and necrophilia, but when his tortured past comes back to haunt him, he plunges to even greater lengths of madness and depravity, consuming the lives of a young woman and those she holds dear. To be honest, I think this film being adapted out of a movie within a movie is a pretty cool concept overall. I do like the slasher 1970s vibe. I think it does capture the aesthetic kind of, but also kind of falls flat in a lot of ways in my personal opinion. The gore in this film is meh. You could tell it's fake, and in turn it honestly makes me not take it very seriously. This killer has a very strange thing he does. He cuts off the head of his victims and he fucks the heads. Yes, he fucks the heads. I'm not gonna lie, when I was rewatching this movie, I actually died laughing when they got to that part at the very beginning of the film. I just could not take it seriously. Later on in the film, you even see cum dripping from one of the heads after he just got done fucking it. This movie's a fucking wild ball. The story in itself wasn't really there. It was just a killer who doesn't actually have a name, by the way, going around killing and having sex with the victims' heads. Scenes where the killer sees an apparition called Skullboy that directs him to kill. Flashback scenes of his mom and his older sister abusing him because he has to have mommy issues apparently. Oh, and small scenes with characters the killer ends up killing and they don't really put any significance to the story. They're literally just names to the slaughter and actually serve no real purpose to the story other than being gutted. The writing just wasn't good. It just comes off as it's trying to be too edgy, especially with the weird shit with the killer like having sex with the heads and stuff like that. Like, why does he do that? Not that I need an explanation, but it's just like, why? There's also weird visions of an eyeless woman in between him fucking the heads. Like, this woman, like, it's not that she like is missing her eyes, it's just that she doesn't have any. And he also has this weird thing for eating eyeballs as well. I forgot to mention that. I also just want to mention how the killer, when he was a teen, he got his mouth pissed in by his sister. Like, what the fuck? Again, I couldn't take any of this seriously. I just found it way too funny. I had to bring up that his fucking older sister got up on the cage that he was in, whipped out her pussy, and pissed in his mouth. Like, what the fuck is this movie? The cinematography was surprisingly not the worst for the look it was trying to achieve. I thought some shots and some scenes looked kind of neat. The music does really do a good job at setting the mood, in my opinion, for Headless. It has a very 70s sound to it. It reminded me a lot of Manhunt. How Manhunt has that synth kind of sound to the soundtrack. It has a very similar sound. I will say though, at one point in the film, it just randomly starts playing the old Hello Neighbor chase music. I just couldn't fucking believe it. It just didn't fit, and it was just really strange. Like, why is that in the movie? What the fuck? I need to mention the acting as well. It just was not good. It was like porn level acting. It was not good at all. The most I can only say is I think the killer has decent acting, but I mean, it's the killer, you know? He's the star of the show. He basically is the show. The characters were very forgettable, other than the killer, obviously. They weren't fleshed out. You don't really care about them. It just overall wasn't good. The characters are just like I said, they're just there to get killed, basically. Beyond all this, I do like the killer's skull mask. It's really cool. His design is the main reason why I even wanted to cover this movie on Forgotten Horror. He just looks really cool. And I like how his mask, like, he actually can move the jaw part of his skull mask and everything. I just find it really strange that he has no name to go by. You know, the Skull Kid is named Skullboy in the credits, so I guess, I don't know, I'll call him Skullman from now on. I don't know, I can't think of anything better. The eyeless woman looks cool, I guess. She doesn't have a name either. The weird flashbacks with the abuse from his mom and older sister just put a sour taste in my mouth. I find it more funny than anything, but it's also just kind of weird and like, why? Why is this in the movie? It's just not done well. Those are some of my thoughts on the film, though. I wanted to get through them quite quickly because, I mean, it's Headless that we're talking about here. Why exactly do I feel like this film is forgotten or underrated? Let's get to that. This is a movie hardly discussed at all. Like, Terrifier started out quite obscure. I was one of the first fans of Terrifier. Then it came to Netflix and it managed to find an audience. And now that audience for Terrifier is large. Really large. He is literally a pop culture icon now. Literally everyone and their mother knows who Art the Clown is now. This, on the other hand, did not get that treatment. No one talks about Headless. No one. In fact, I stumbled upon the existence of Headless by accident. I did not mean to find this movie, but I did. And that's what influenced me to buy this movie. And now, do this video. Obscurity at its finest. I like Found. I think Found's a pretty decent movie. It's not perfect, but I do appreciate the story. And so that's why I felt the need that I had to get Headless when I found out about it. The reviews for Headless are also quite mixed. It's a mix between people loving the depravity of Headless and people thinking it's quite stupid because its lack of substance and coherent story. What exactly do I think it fool? Well, let's discuss that. So, would I say that Headless 2015 is underrated or forgotten? I would say it's forgotten. Like I said, no one really talks about Headless. No one talks about this movie at all. Hell, I'm surprised I haven't found it. Like, there's literally hardly anything about Headless online. It's so obscure. Does Headless deserve more recognition? To be honest, I can see why it's not more widely recognized. So I would have to say no. Like, I'm sorry to the people who worked hard and made Headless. There's a good reason why Headless is as obscure as it is, to put it simply. Scary, fun, or dumb? I'm gonna have to go with dumb. I mean, it's a killer who fucks the heads of his victims. Like, he cuts off the heads. He fucks where the neck used to be connected to. He fucks that hole, and he has a jolly good time doing it. He has, like, a little too much fun with that. Doesn't do a good job of what it's trying to do. Though it's quite a bit depraved and obscure in a fun way. Like, it was fun discovering this movie, kind of. I feel like it kind of falls flat in a lot of places. They could have done quite a bit more for Headless. I just feel like I said, this falls flat for me. It's not very good. Like, there's more bad than good, basically. Overall verdict, I'm gonna have to give this a 4 out of 10. Definitely, I can't recommend this. I cannot. In good faith, I cannot recommend Headless at all. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. What other forgotten or underrated horror films or even games should I cover next? I've been really dying to do more episodes for forgotten horror and even shelved horror. I'm really doing my best to really, like, widen my horizons and really stretch my legs and do more fun, interesting content like this. So let me know what other films or games you guys would like me to cover on the series next. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more content, definitely subscribe, become a slasher. All social media links and my merch down below. Thank you so much for watching my video, my forgotten horror video on Headless. If you want to help support me and my channel, you could do that by using my link to buy some Frankenfuel for 15% off. You could also support my channel by going to my merch store and buying a shirt or a hoodie. You could buy a hoodie like what I'm wearing, this beautiful Psych hoodie. Definitely one of my favorite designs on the store right now. Probably my favorite design. I love the Psych hoodie so much. And alternately, you could also help support the channel by becoming a member of the channel for $5. But I'm out of here. I'll catch you on next video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, guys, to keep on slashing.